Alright, welcome back. Here we are, Tokyo trip here. Second leg. We're going from RJAA to RJTU. Runway 34 left to runway 01. So we're going to get this thing going. We already got the flight plan loaded up, ready to go. So we're going to hit fly and adjust our weather, taxi to our runway, and see what we got going on for us here. So appreciate you tuning in. Today is October 9th, so I'm going to try to keep this as one a day the best I could. Shooting for 6 a.m. For the next one, I may adjust the time for posting to the afternoon here on the East Coast of the United States. Just to give myself a little bit of leeway here. It's getting tight with the schedule, doing the bush trip as well as Neo fly. So we're doing the best we can here. So we're going to check out our map here. And we should be in parking lot number 159, parking spot 159. Oh no, we're going right on the runway. That works. Alright, we got some rainy weather. So let's see, what time is it? What time is it in Tokyo? It is 4:47 p.m. and it's raining out. Let's check the weather. Oh, we don't even have real time on. So real time, live weather. Alright, so we're gonna, I guess we'll change that so that we can actually see. That would be kind of a pointless flight. I don't know, let's leave it on for a minute. We'll change it mid-air if need be here. So, alright, let's get this thing going and see what we got. It just makes it hard to describe. It won't be very scenic if we leave it that way. So we need ATC. We got clear for takeoff. Let's go ahead and change this. Turn this on. We'll turn that on. Let's move ATC over here for a second. We're going to adjust our heading to that. Our flight should be about 1,500 feet. We can leave it at that. And let's see, what else do we need to do? We need to do something else here. My mind's in a fog. I just lost like $300,000 on an exploratory trip. It was neat though. Not an everyday task for sure. It's not good money management. But alright, let's take a look. Navigation system, check. Everything looks good. Parking brake. I think we are ready to go. Let's go ahead and do this. push our throttle in, and we'll take off on this rainy afternoon in Tokyo. This trip is set. Alright, this trip is set at 53 nautical miles, roughly 30-minute flight. We got some clouds, we got some rain. Contemplating adjusting the weather. Go to ATC, we'll acknowledge the handoff.
Tower Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Alpha, continue for west departure.
Alright, why are we spinning around in circles here? Alright, I'm gonna do this before we crash. Or no, let's leave it. Do we level out? Or are we just spinning around in circles? I think we're leveling out. Alright, we're going to adjust our RPMs here. The rain must be playing tricks on us. We're adjusting our altimeter to 29.83. Alright, we are good to go now. That was, so everything is a little bit shady. Alright, we were instructed to leave the weather as is here. We're going to take a quick screenshot per request. We're going to see if they want us to fly over the clouds. Alright, we're going to increase our elevation here.
Cessna Golf Sierra Alpha, please acknowledge. Dynasty 126 Heavy, wind tree, deep at 16. Clear to land runway tree 4 left. Tower Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Alpha frequency change. Clear to land runway tree 4 left Dynasty 126 Heavy.
Alright, so we are going to try to rise above the clouds here a little bit. See if we can get out of this. You can see a little bit of daylight there. We're going to go full throttle. Altitude 2,500. $2,600. We're clearing up a little bit. Flying into another mess. All right, 3,000. So this one's going to be a little more, another exploratory mission here. Let's see how big this cloud is, how long it takes to fly out. It seems to be clearing up already. We're at 3,300. We're set for... We're set for 4,500. We might have to go a little higher. We're going to reduce the comm volume.
Clear to land runway tree 4 left, orange liner 14 heavy.
We're going to go 5,400. Flying into another cloud. The landing's going to be fun. All right, 4,000 feet. There we go. We got a nice little clear spot now. Look at that cumulus cloud up there. That is a beast. Alright, so this one is going to be more focused on what's up here than what's down here. So, nice view. I'm going to take a screenshot of that. Send it to our friend over in Belgium. Alright, so a little bit of in and out of the clouds here. This one, I actually have an idea here. We're going to bring up our maps here. We're going to deviate from our path a little bit. So we're flying through another cloud, still climbing to 5,400, almost there. We are 33 nautical miles away from our approach. 39 nautical miles away from the airport. Alright. Alright, so now we're good. We're out of the huge junk. I was going to take manual control and try to fly around some of that. Whoops, wrong one. So look at that cloud that we were flying out of. We got clouds above us, behind us. Alright, just a huge beast of a cloud there. Just blowing up. In the hindsight, I probably could have flown around that. We got the moon in the background. And the sun over there. Alright, so a couple of pilots here. Let's show AI. Alright, let's see if we can get... Yeah, I can't pronounce anything here, but we got a lake off to our right. It's actually a bay. And we got this guy descending down from 9,500 feet. Guessing he may want to take a dip into that cloud. See if we can. That's a Boeing 77. So this one's going to be more of a sightsee for what's up in the air. Got a nice sunset there. Off to our west. We're going to have to dip down into these clouds in order to land. We got JAL 15 coming up. See if we can zoom in on him. Alright, so we're just going to skim the top of these. May even go in here, adjust this up another couple of 100 feet.
Cafe 450 heavy, go around. Going around Cafe 450 heavy. Cafe 450 heavy, contact Tokyo, approach on 127.7. Good day.
I'm going to reduce the comm volume a little more.
127.7 Cafe 450 heavy. Goodbye.
So, let's take a look at our flight plan here. Our runway sits at 328 feet above ground level, or above sea level. We are 29 nautical miles away from our approach, 30 nautical miles away from the airport. So we're going to have to start our descent here, because, well, no, I guess we're good. We got plenty of time. So we're going to bring this down to about 1,300 feet. Probably when we get to like 5 miles away from the top of our descent. Actually, let's see. It should tell us what, yeah, 1,330 feet is what we should be at the top of our descent to the airport, which is 5 miles away from the airport. So that's what we'll do. It'll be a interesting flight. Who knows what comes out after these clouds here. Reduce RPMs a little bit to get our torque on the engine a little bit more in check. We were flashing red. Alright, and to show you what I was looking at here, if we zoom in on our navigation and our flight plan here, we're currently sitting here. This is the top of our USR 02 is the top of our descent, and we are currently 22 miles away from that. So probably about 5 miles before we get to that, we want to bring our elevation down to 1,330. And then we're going to be making a right-hand turn. So, an awesome view here from the cockpit. We're not even elevated. We got some clouds coming up. Let's go ahead and increase our elevation a little bit. Actually, let's do this. Let's have some fun. We're turning autopilot off. We're going to increase this. We're going to zoom in. And we are going to do a little cut through over here. I say we fly through this little one. Alright, since we got manual control, let's turn our yoke back on. We're going to reduce our trim here, increase our speed. Keep visibility as we watch that sunset over there. Alright, so beautiful, beautiful clouds here. See what's on the other side to the right. We got our plan to the left, but I think the right we're going to take the right way. Our flight plan is over to the right. Going to reduce our trim even more. Pick up a little speed. We're going to adjust our altimeter. Oh, I see a little opening down here. We're going to drop our throttle. Kind of coast through this little opening. Look at that. It is clearing up. Just in time for our airport, so hopefully we have some good weather at the destination. We may luck out here. Alright, so definitely a little spotty weather, but we made it out. Alright, weather looks like it is clearing up. We are weather is definitely clearing up. So we are going to do this. We're going to put this back onto autopilot. GPS connected. We don't need FLC. We are going to push our throttle back in before we stall. We're going to do altitude hold. And we're going to bring this back down to our original flight plan here. Close enough. And we'll do this. And reduce our throttle. Alright, so there you go. We are back on track. Go ahead and take a look at that sunset behind the clouds. We passed through the storm successfully. We got some mountains over there. All the lights are starting to turn on as it becomes nighttime. It is currently, let's refresh the page here, 5:14 local time. We are 10 miles away from the top of our descent. So weather clears up. That was fun. We kept live weather on. And yeah, now we're gonna fly through the rest here. Let's see if we got anything coming up. That way, roadside station, Grand Terrace. I don't know anything about Japan. But we kept bush trip off, or bush talk off for this one. We're getting down to our elevation 21.2. Alright, so it seems like we are going to have perfect weather here for our landing, which is absolutely marvelous. Alright, and we are in altitude hold mode here, 7 miles away from the top of our descent. We need to get down to 1300. 30, so we're going to do that and just do a nice little slow descent. We got time. So 6.6 miles away. We could, wrong way. Do that and get a nice little slow and steady. Enjoy the view as we cross over this river that's coming up here. Yeah, so once again, leg number 2 for our Tokyo trip. It's 2 of 10 going up to Sapporo. So a little weather navigation on this one. Made it definitely interesting for sure, a little less touristy. Alright, we're at 1440. So this seems to be a good time to do a Tokyo trip with the sun. So it all comes down to the weather. So live weather, live time. We'll close that out. ATC. Let's get a list of airports here. We're going to RJTU. Let's contact the tower, request a full stop landing.
Tower says Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra Alpha 9 miles south, 1,300 feet to land.
Cessna Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra Alpha Tsunami Tower. Altimeter 29.87, wind 0 tree 8 at 8. Make straight at runway 01.
Make straight at runway 01 Cessna Golf Sierra Alpha.
Alright, that was our original flight plan, so no adjustments needed. It's probably the airport up there, or close to it. Alright, we're 1 mile away. From our turn. Estimated time of 55 seconds. Yeah, I mean, I would say definitely to leave the live weather on. Oh wait, hang on a second. Real time? Yeah, we're on real time. Yeah, live. So real time, real weather. Just threw me off that that's grayed out. Ah, there's the runway. Alright, so we're at the top of our descent. We can start our landing procedure here. We're going to reduce our RPMs.
Cessna Golf Sierra Alpha, wind 0 tree 8 at 8. Clear to land runway 01.
Cleared to land runway 01 Cessna Golf Sierra Alpha.
We're going to get this down to 85. Safe to deploy our flaps. 10 degrees. We're going to increase our throttle back up just a little bit. Get our speed in check. We got a 20 knot wind, so headwind, so we're landing into an ideal situation here. So if we look at this right here, this is the wind direction, that's the knots. We're at 75. We are looking good for our approach. And you can actually use this thing. There's the runway right there that we're landing on. So we're going to have to aim a little bit to the right because it's going to be pushing us a little bit to the left. I'm going to turn autopilot off. Start our descent into the airport. Get our visual lined up here. So again, the runway is 328 feet above sea level. We'll adjust our altimeter. Try to go in for a nice smooth, it's going to be a very slow landing. Wind dropped down to 12. Picked up to 13. Alright, so it's not too bad. Big difference between 12 and 20. Reduce our throttle a little more because I was adjusting for the wind. That's dying down to 8 knots now. So everything seems to be working out. Little rough weather to start off with. A little windy to start off with. With the landing, but everything seems to clear up right at the end. So a little life lesson, everything sort of works out. Nice little view of all the houses here. Got the lights on. It's pretty much dark out. Got the traffic going along on that road. Touching down runway number 1. Right on the threshold. Alright, nice smooth landing there.
Cessna Golf Sierra Alpha exit runway when able.
gonna zoom in on the airport since we are unfamiliar. We're coming up to a taxiway here. We'll go ahead and pull off, contact ground, and get a parking spot.
Cessna Golf Sierra Alpha, contact ground on 122.2.
Pretty sure we're going to be making a left. We're going to move this over here.
122.2 Cessna Golf Sierra Alpha. Goodbye.
So that we can get our parking instructions. Go back to clearance. Oh no, we don't get options for that. So, alright, we're going to adjust our throttle. About 32, get some speed going here, and we'll find our own parking spot. There's some general aviation parking just up to the right. I think I see a guy off there. We'll use him. See if he'll guide us in. Alright, let's slow up. Yep, he is ready to give us some guidance here. Alright, so successful trip here. A little bit different with the weather. So we'll shut off. Appreciate you tuning in. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't. We are leaving off here at RJTU in parking spot number 10. So we'll see you tomorrow for the next one, and we'll see you live a little later for our Neo flight career mode.